Well, hello there, niggas and wiggers. It's your boy, Uppity White Guy again. UWG on this channel. It's time we had to talk about something. Shame, niggas! That's what I'm here to talk about. Shame! That's what I'm here to talk about. Or the lack of it. See, the problem is lots of people today, especially in the black community, but people in general, have no shame. Shame is a powerful, powerful thing. Shame will keep you in good shape. Well, almost. Shame will get you educated. Shame will make you dress better. Shame will do lots of good things. Because when you feel ashamed, you step up your game. That's what I'm talking about today, niggas. And a lot of you have no goddamn shame no more. You know, back in the day, we'll just take blacks for an example because they, to be honest with you, the black community seems to lead in a lot of the bad areas. So we'll take you guys to, well, white people, you're in there too. Back in the day, blacks risked their lives to get an education. Blacks risked their lives to get the things that white people had. I didn't mean risking their lives by going and stealing shit. Risk their lives to go in legitimately and get an education and cross the threshold to the doors of a university. Soldiers had to be sent in down south to escort them in so that they had the same rights as everybody else. Blacks risked their lives. Now, they give a fuck less about education. Oh, that's white. No, you're fucking stupid. And you have no shame. That's the problem. See, it's shameful to be ignorant, but now it's not. You don't give a fuck. And when you lose shame, this is what happens. Your race devolves. It goes backwards. And I don't see it in any other race except blacks. I don't see whites going backwards. A little bit. Here and there, but not like blacks. I don't see Asians going backwards, that's for fucking sure, and I don't see many Hispanics going backwards. One race goes backwards continually. It's blacks. All the rights they fought for, they're wiping their asshole with now. And it's not hard to do because their pants are almost off anyway. Again, when I see you walking around with no education, you can't speak English correctly. Can I ask you a question? No, I don't want you to hit me with an axe, stupid. Ebonics is not a language. Stop saying it's part of your culture. It wasn't your culture in the 50s. Stop saying it's part of your fucking culture. It's not. Stop saying pants down around your asshole so everyone can see your crack is part of your culture. It's not. You should be ashamed dressing like that in public. That's disgusting. Pull up your fucking pants. But see, without shame, nobody gives a fuck. Women. Black and white, but mostly black. You know. Taniqua, Shanae, Peaches, Monique, all you girls. Do not fucking go out of the house to Walmart or to the post office with fuzzy fucking slippers on and hairnets. In the 50s, that never would happen. Everybody was dressed to the nines just to go out to the fucking grocery store. And it's okay if you don't get dressed up, you know. I mean, you don't have to do that anymore. You know, if you go out in a shirt like this and jeans on to go to the grocery store, that's fine. But pull up your pants, at least have a belt on. Okay, it's Florida, so if you want to wear something light, that's cool because it's hot as fuck down here. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you on that. But no fuzzy slippers, women. No hairnets. Okay? And none of this gangsta attitude shit. You need it. No, stop. Stop. You should be ashamed of yourself for looking so niggardly and ghetto-wise. You should be ashamed of yourself. And where the fuck are the parents that these kids are going out of the house like that? A lot of you are squirting out kids that should not be having children. You have no business having them. We'll get into abortion and whatnot on my soon-to-come Nigga Please podcast, which is not up yet. But I've been recording, so we'll get into the whole abortion debate. I'll tell you, abortion debate. I think I said abortion. We'll get into the whole abortion debate. I'll tell you where I stand on that. I have, I think, a unique take on it, but we'll see. Maybe you've already thought of the same things I have. I kind of doubt it, though. Most people don't think like me. I'm kind of weird. I'm not special. Outside of padded helmet special, you know, my parents used to say that, but I'm not special other than that. But the whole gangsta attitude, fucking knock it off. Idolizing criminals, you should be ashamed of that. That's not to idolize, stupid. You should be idolizing scientists, doctors. Stop idolizing sports stars. They don't really do anything. If LeBron James, fucking retard, if LeBron James wasn't putting a ball through a hoop like a trained seal, he'd be on the corner drinking Thunderbird out of a brown paper bag. I can bet you $1 million. He is no hero. He's a retard that grew up really tall and slightly big, so he's good at basketball. If he didn't have that shit, literally, that nigga'd be on a street corner with a brown paper bag chucking it down. You fuck it, he'd be slinging crack. He is a piece of garbage. He is a political protester, one of those people. He's a rabble-rouser, and then he plays basketball. A real basketball player was Larry Bird, but that's for another time. So no, this retard, he shouldn't be idolized, and neither should Larry Bird. You shouldn't idolize sports figures. They don't have real jobs. Okay? So no, you shouldn't idolize sports figures. You shouldn't idolize gangsters and criminals. That's not something you should idolize. And don't brag about it. That's retarded. Pull up your fucking pants. It should be shameful if you're spending all your money on shoes, but then don't have enough money to pay your bills. You're fucking stupid. Stop blaming everything on racism. You should be ashamed. People in the black community need more shame. When they have it, they will get moving to avoid shame, and it will make them better. But instead, they have no shame, don't give a fuck, outside on the front lawn cooking barbecue in their underwear or something like that with hairnet and fuzzy slippers. This is disgusting. Overweight people. And yes, blacks too. But overweight people. We need to bring back shame. Yes, fat shaming needs to be a thing. And I'm sorry if it's genetic. I really am. But to be honest with you, I don't think most of it is. It's probably like 1% genetic problem. It's what you're eating, stupid. And lack of exercise. It's what you're eating and it's lack of fucking exercise, you fucking retards. That's what it is. It's not, oh, I'm fat because my genetic... No, your genetics mean you don't get off the fucking couch. This idolizing fat people and stuff like this Lizzo or Rizzo, the fucking black rapper that's well over 250. She's got like a mustache and stuff. She is not beautiful. Sports Illustrated, stop putting these people on the cover. We need to shame them. Trust me, when I was a kid, if you were fat, there was usually one fat white kid in the neighborhood, but if I was fat or something, my parents would say, you need to lose weight. That's simple. And if you think, oh, it's gonna make the kid a Karen Carpenter. Okay, I have to explain who that was. But it's gonna give the child anorexia. Good tough shit. Let her deal with that. Parents, you need to put some shame on these kids. And kids, they need to fear the shame. Especially in the black community. Especially. If you're taking money from the government, if you need it to get by for a short period of time because you got laid off, that's why you paid in. That's cool. But you shouldn't be living off of it permanently. That should be shameful. When I got laid off, I'll be honest with you, I was entitled to it after working for a company for 20 years. I never took a lick of it. I was too ashamed. So I started immediately looking for other jobs. I didn't want to be funded by the fucking government. The government then owns you. I don't feel comfortable about that. But a lot of you niggas are just fucking just fine with it, and then you complain that the white man's doing this, white man's doing that. Well, you're taking the white man's money. Why don't you stop doing that? There's no pride in this community. There's not enough shame. An abundance of shame leads to an abundance of pride. Because you work harder and then you're proud of your accomplishment because you don't want to be this or that, or you don't want to look like that. Shame needs to come back a lot in this country, and especially to the black community, but to the whites and others too. Let's be fair. But if I saw, when I look on the TV and I see these kids acting like fucking animals, and oh, we're gonna go out and protest, and their protest is like smashing stores and lighting shit on fire, that's called a riot, not a protest. There's a fucking difference, CNN. You fucking commie piece of shit network. These kids need to be shamed for what their behavior, what they're fucking doing. These young black kids running around like fucking animals. Where are the parents? Shame. They should have shame on them. And the parents should have shame as well. You raise these fucking wild animals. Shame needs to come back in a big, big way. I don't see enough of it. And that's a problem. Okay, you know the drill.